So yeah, not pretty. What do we have to deal with? And at this point, what do you do? Pool is, you don't want to take a dip in it now. This is a very 60s bathroom tub combination shower. And come here, let me show you the houses where like little mushrooms swimming. And in these situations, conduits don't help. Look at that hole. Oh yeah, this one has two tiers or 3 tiers of tile. So we're in St. Pete Beach that got flooded by the first hurricane, and then the second hurricane came in and did more damage. As we can see, even down there, some of those boat storages got blown away. But let's show you what's going on. This very nice duplex here got flooded with water. You can see it's about 8 to 10 inches of water inside the unit. And we initially came out, assessed the damage. Obviously, people had their belongings here, furniture, appliances. A lot of it was dumped and removed already. And you can see the water level here. That was right here. So it's about 8 to 10 inches. So means that everything has to come out. Everything has to be ripped off, and this is ton and groove boards here, shiplap. So it has to be removed because it's salt water, get contaminated. It's just unfortunate that the whole house is the shiplap like this. And now with the second hurricane, we had this vent fail upstairs in the attic, which is kind of just a bad design. All that water is coming in right into the in the attic. So I'm thinking this was already leaking at some point.
Hi.
How you doing?
Is there power?
There is power, yes.
So can I come in the back door there?
I think they have it blocked off, but you can actually come on in. Let me see, where's the electrical panel? I think it's on that other side. The Bible's up in the lamp. So let's see here. All right, so we got interrupted a little bit. But anyway, all this has to come out. We're waiting for a customer to get a truck here so we can move some of this furniture in for her that she wants to keep. Everything else was already removed, thrown out. But the ceilings here will have to be insulation redone, at least in this room and the other side of this duplex. So yeah, not pretty. What do we have to deal with? And at this point, what do you do? Do you rebuild and wait for the next hurricane or surge that comes in and floods the place again? Furniture and all that has to go. Or you demo the house and build something that is elevated and that is designed for current weather and hurricanes, that is not going to blow off and this not going to happen again and it ain't going to flood. But they still have these nice properties next to the water, and people rent them, a lot of them out, trying to make some extra bucks, and sometimes it's just doesn't make sense for them to build up. So we'll see what we're gonna do with this, if we're gonna keep it as is, but for now we need to get everything removed and dry this place out. So I'm just going around getting a list from my guys what needs to be done and for the customer here. right, hello everyone again. This is a couple blocks away from the other property, but same thing, St. Pete Beach. The house got flooded, the whole street was flooded, as you can see, a lot of damage. And then double hurricanes, so like fences coming down, but not too bad, not too bad. So let's go see what's going on here. We have our dump trailer here. See, this came in from somewhere. Somebody lost it from their dock. Yeah. So we're just cleaning up demoed kitchens. We'll go through the garage here, but everything was flooded. So same thing, we have to remove. We removed some of the walls already. As you can see, appliances are gone. So for now, we just opened up one side and trying to dry this place out. Unfortunately, this customer just bought this house 2 weeks before the hurricane came in. We came in and we were gonna do addition and remodel for him. Working on that while hurricane came in and just flooded the whole thing. So now they're thinking, instead of remodeling again, they might just demo the entire house and build something that's appropriate higher. The 16 feet above sea level is where we need to be for the floor. Then we have a 1 foot of freeboard, so that puts us at 17 feet above sea level for the living space. That said, we're about probably 6 feet above sea level here, so 11 feet, 12 feet high we need to build from this spot here. But this is the kitchen. Used to be a beautiful kitchen. Dated, but still very nice. Stainless steel backsplash, which was a nice touch. Too bad we can't have it. And come here, let me show you. This is actually a very interesting picture here. This is where we are. We're like right here. I think this might be the house. So this was back in 60s. They actually filled this with sand, built roads on it, and now it's flooded. So it's actually pretty cool shot from the plane. Probably back then, in those days, there was no drones. So here, the house is about 3,500 square feet, so it's a good size for this area. Pool is, you don't want to take a dip in it now, but it was beautiful pool. So you can see what the water did when the waves came up. It pulled up the whole dock, including the pillars, pilings that came up. So now there's nothing you can do. You have to pretty much remove the entire dock, put the pilings back down, and then rebuild it. At least this section here. So we had power, we had water, came off. So a lot of damage here. And they had the shutters, but didn't help much with the water coming in. So beautiful view. So the house is a good location, definitely. But you can see it's just nature devastates everything. All the aftermath from the water flooding the place. And you can see where the flood line was on the curtains. That's how much. Didn't have that much water. Some of the places in Clearwater, they had 4 feet of water. I'm talking about, I just saw this morning, 4 feet of water. So this wasn't too bad. But definitely Clearwater Beach, they have to build those houses higher because you're 4 feet. I mean, any storm will probably get flooded. So this one's a little higher, maybe less surge because this is on a bay side. But still, as you can see, all this has to be done if they want to save the house. If the house is going to be demoed, we still want to get some of this out so we can dry it out so it's not molding. But all this cement boards, they were all set on thin set. But the salt water, it just pops it up. Salt water has its own little characters, not like fresh water. As you come in here, this is a very 60s bathroom tub combination shower. You don't see much of that. But here, as you can see, you have all these boards. They're just coming. They're just popping up. So we demoed what we can, continuing to do other builds as well, and cleaning up these houses, taking advantage of this nice dry weather, cooler weather that came in after the second hurricane. So next time you'll see this, we might be demoing this house to build something nicer and better. This is another job site that we just finished demoing, removing pretty much affected areas. You can see mold is already molding up these studs. You can see that's just mold coming in, so it has to be sprayed in. And you can see here we haven't. This is the block wall, but you can see where the water came in here. So the water is up to right here, a little over the knees. So you can still see it on the doors, on the walls. Yep, all that was right here. It was all backyards were covered. The houses were like little mushrooms swimming. So this one's ready. Just a little bit more. Obviously we have to replace the electrical outlets and some of these older cables that are woven cables that because the salt water gets in and it will corrode inside the cable as well. And in these situations, conduits don't help. Like you have a conduit, it'll just flood, just like anything else. It'll help with fire though. This was a bathroom, all gutted. That's how they did plumbing back in the day. Look at that hole. It's a probably 12 by 16 hole, busted out. And then another one, so how can that be structurally sound? It's been here standing, it's okay, but not done properly. And then the bedroom. Again, everything removed. We'll have to do some kind of they're not planning to demolish their house, but they're planning to use some kind of a PVC panels to do their bottoms in order to, I guess, maybe remove them if they flood next time. We'll see. But that's the plan right now with this house. And come outside, just take a look at it. What's going on here on the street. We had to build this customer some shelves so they can put their personal items up in the garage. But you can see this neighborhood, just the piles and piles of debris, trash. That house we're gonna be working on as well. We'll see if we end up demolishing it or keeping it and just fixing it up. But this one is gonna stay for sure. We'll see you on the next one. So walk into our next house. Our customers, this is all came out of this house right here. Just from this house. This house here also got a lot of water damage, just as the other one. But it does have the second floor, so they were able to save that from the Helene, the first hurricane. But all this had to go. Still have to redo the electrical. So we have power, we have AC, but we're gonna have to change these doors. Pretty much all the doors, drywall on the bottom. These doors will have to be changed. The owners were staying here temporarily as they were trying to clean up themselves somewhat. So let's go upstairs and see what happened with Milton. Oh yeah, this one has two tiers or 3 tiers of tile. Now careful here. So this is from Milton. Looks like it was repaired at some point. Some additional lumber was added, planed in, but the ceiling came down. Have some roof damage on it. So yeah, all that insulation has to be removed. It's supposedly drying out, but it is what it is. So that's what is the aftermath of hurricanes. That's why when you build right. You do impact windows. You tie down your house properly, and you build elevated houses. So if something does come in, or tidal wave, or floodings, that your house will stand after the fact.